Welcome back to AM Northwest. All right, add a personal touch to your tree this year. Here to share a beautiful ornament craft, we welcome back author of several books, including her latest Travel Adventure Line drawing. We welcome back artist and educator Peggy Dean. Great to see you.
It's so good to be here. Good to see you.
Okay, so you have some ideas for us, and let's take a look at these beautiful ornaments that you made yourself.
I did, and you can buy the bisqueware just about anywhere, and I thought, gosh, you can make them look so elegant.
Yeah.
And the trick for me that I found that makes me love it so anything that I do is a limited color palette.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it, because if this had all of the colors on it, it would be pretty, but having just this subdued, like a neutral to ground.
Good point.
And then just these little balances. So I thought, gosh,
I see what you're saying.
Aren't they pretty?
Yes.
So we can just do some really simple techniques to create said ornaments.
All right.
So these ones I have a base down already, and I'm just using like acrylic paint. These are acrylic gouache, and gouache is a little bit smoother. So it's like, think about painting with watercolor, how nice and smooth that is.
Yes.
Add acrylic to it, you have like a nice creamy consistency.
Oh, okay.
It's wonderful. So I just grabbed a random selection of colors. This is actually acrylic paint, but you can grab any color that you want, and then we're just going to put it on this palette here.
Okay.
And a little bit goes a long way, so.
Look at your cute little palette.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll just put it
It's
here.
a little
That's okay.
hobby, yes.
Okay.
And then I'll grab a brush that's just like a medium or even a fine round brush, whichever you prefer. I brought the whole gang. And then we'll just
these are nice.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and dip in water, and I like to run my brush on the side and roll it so that it gets all of the bristles wet as well.
Oh, good point. Okay.
And then I like to roll in paint and kind of grab it and bring it out, because that way you're not getting the glob on there, but you're still getting the saturation.
Yeah, okay.
And then when it comes to painting these, for these shapes, if you look at these flowers, you have just 3 strokes or so, and then you dot in the middle, and that's what makes the flower look like a flower. So I'll do a cluster of just a stroke here, full pressure though, so on the side, and then full pressure.
Just
something
3
like
little,
that.
okay.
And then next to that, I'll do another little cluster. So just full pressure from the side, right? And then maybe a thin one underneath. Okay, so now this is a cluster that exactly. And yours are looking like wispy, which is one of my favorites, because that way it looks like more of a textured type of flower. I've got a little mix going on here, but then when this dries, what I can do, I'll rinse this off pretty well. You can add, well actually while we're waiting for it to dry, what we would do is add those little dots in there, but when it's dry, so I'm just gonna swap to the color you grabbed.
Okay.
And I can create some leaves coming off of this. So essentially, not full pressure, but with the tip of this brush, and any round brush is fine, as long as you're doing light pressure with the tip of it, I can just drag out here, and then I'm gonna create kind of like a stem, and then a leaf, I can go a little more pressure into light pressure like this, and then you're gonna start creating leaves off of the stem. So light pressure with the tip of your brush to do stem, and then and then a little bit of pressure into light pressure.
Oh, wow, that's great, okay.
So a little pressure into more pressure into light pressure, and then you're creating these leaves coming off of it.
I love that.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah. And I was taking it from what would be to me that was too hard.
It's okay, because you can make everything look on purpose. I think that there's always ways to make it all look on purpose. Yeah, see, and then you just went off of that, and then it just makes it look loose. I think that the looser ones look so pretty, and then if you do get an area that's too thick and you've completed the whole thing, you can always go in with texture. And let's say you want to do like a branch. So let's say this was too thick. I grab another color, and I would just come in and do little dots.
Oh, there you go.
And it just kind of breaks it up, and then it makes whatever was, quote, too thick look like background.
Now, can you make, I know that you like the idea of the bisque, the kind of the matte look to it, but could you spray something on it to make it look shiny?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great question. So, there's those finish sprays.
Yeah.
You can totally use that. There's also the paint-ons, like, what is it, a varnish or a gesso?
Yeah.
Or
Gesso.
Yeah.
Yeah, gesso, yeah.
So you could use those also to make it shiny. I do like a matte finish. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, absolutely, to make them shiny. And then acrylic has a different property too, where a lot of them have more of that like plasticky sheen.
Yeah.
Because they're, acrylic based. And you'll get that as well if you use acrylic, but I like to use the finish like what you're talking about, like a spray finish.
I love that. That's great. All right, we're going to put all the information on our website at k2.com. We want to mention it. We want to mention again. Your latest book is Travel Adventure Line Drawing. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Great
my
job.
pleasure.
Yeah, that was fun. Love it.
Fun.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.